Hi, this is part 1, segment 7 of Sociocracy for Worldies. In this segment, we're going to look at domains, delegation, and accountability. Now, when I talk about this, it might help you to think of circles when I use the word domain, or slices, maybe even departments. That might help you get an idea more of what I mean by domain. The official definition by Sociocracy 3.0 of what a domain is that it's a distinct area of influence, activity, and decision-making within an organization. So it's the group that works together in a certain area and includes certain activities. All of the domains are within the overall domain of an organization. So the overall domain, that would be the big circle, and the other domains would be little circles within it. And these may overlap or be fully contained within other domains. So they might be subdomains. Domains are delegated to people, that is, to a unit, to a department, a team, or to individuals. And these take responsibility for the domain within its defined constraints or the limitations on its influence and autonomy or freedom. I always feel that pictures say 1,000 words, so let's take a look at a chart. So here you can see the overall domain of the organization. And within it, you see domain B, domain A, domain C, and each of these domains have a different area that they concentrate on and different activities. And you even see within domain B, you have a subdomain. So that might be something like the PR subdomain within the domain of communication at the World Summit. Now, the overall domain actually has the duty of delegating smaller domains to others. And these people in the overall domain which pass on these responsibilities still have overall accountability for that domain. They also define what the key responsibilities are for each domain. So that means what is the essential work and decision making that they have to do in these domains. And they also decide what are the constraints or limitations to the freedom or autonomy and the influence of each domain. So to what degree does a domain have freedom to do the things it decides on itself, and to what degree do they have to first relate to the larger organization itself? Typical restrictions are things like budget, resources, the level of the delegation, and the way they report on it. Now, another area that's related to domain and delegation is the concept of accountability. And this is related, obviously, to the principle of transparency. Accountability, so that means the persons who are responsible for, applies to all the agreements within an organization. Everybody is accountable for everything that they have agreed to do. And this is within the organization itself, within the circles, and within the roles. Now, the most important point of accountability is that everybody collaborates effectively in response to the organizational drivers or the motivating forces for the organization. They are also accountable for their work, for ongoing learning and development, and accountable with the organization providing necessary support. Everybody in an organization is likewise responsible for aligning all their actions with organizational values. So as we look later at the different 10 patterns and how they act and interact with each other, it's important to understand these concepts of domains, delegation, and accountability. In the next section, we'll be looking at governance, self-organization, and autonomy.